Hey y'all, I wanted to hop on here and kind of continue the video I made earlier today about every moment you're new you. And I want to talk about the beginnings of this for me because it was a really wonky time. And these things are things that you want to do, but you're kind of like scared to do. And for no good reason, really. I mean, it's whenever I look back at myself, and I'm going to give you some examples here in a second. It's like, why was I ever scared to do that? Like, it doesn't make sense, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is dancing. So like, I love dancing. And the more and more I'm talking to different women, like, all we want to do is dance, man. Like, let us dance. But when we go out to dance, like, you know, if you dance, you might get hit on, or you might get made fun of, or there's too many people. It's too, like, you know, you can't like flow and be yourself. Anytime you're around people, it's harder to be yourself. So like, I kept getting this urge. This is a few years ago. I kept getting this urge to dance, and so I wanted to like dance in my yard. And I live on the end of a street next to the woods. So the only people that would see me would be like anybody walking the woods, or, you know, the person that lived across the street. Now that house is gone, so I don't even have to worry about that. But I literally thought that someone was going to like have me put in a loony bin or call the law, and I was gonna go to jail for dancing in my yard. And I'm not, like, I don't even have loud music. That I could understand, you know, being a concern, because there are laws against that. But I just have my AirPods in, you know, dancing under the stars. And I also started like dancing while I'm cooking. I would dance in front of the mirror, you know. Just having these like little dance parties solo is what I'd been doing for a couple years. And then I went to some ecstatic dances, and that is like so perfect. It's like, you know, you get the sound and the vibe of a club, but there's no alcohol, there's nobody hitting on you. Like, it's totally respectful. It's like a no judgment zone, but we don't even judge when we're judging. We just get curious about it, you know. It's very freeing. I've also done a lot of groups, and like in these groups, my favorite ones always have some sort of like little dance party involved. So like, maybe you're feeling like you want to dance. This is how I felt. Like, I was sitting in my chair watching the TV or playing my game or scrolling or whatever, but like deep down, my body wanted to move. And that's really what it's about. It's not about like getting the move right or doing the trend or whatever. It's like just allowing your body to move the way it wants to. So much goodness has come out of that for me. So this is one example. I know I gave yoga in the earlier video of like just this little thing that was inside my mind, like, hey, I really want to do this. But for whatever reason, I wasn't, because it's socially awkward, even though I'm not in a social setting, because I was just at my house. My kids don't even look at me weird whenever I do it now. It's just normal. And I love that. Another thing that started off really slow for me was meditation. And so I kind of started doing meditations at night whenever I was going to bed, because I have a hard time sitting still. Even still now today, like, I prefer to be walking or moving while I'm doing the meditation. And honestly, meditation is just being aware of your thoughts. Like, it's like watching your thoughts. So you can meditate while you're doing anything. So it's not, and that was part of my issue, is like, I thought I had to like sit and, you know, cross my legs and put my fingers like this and say hum, you know. And I don't know, like part of me didn't believe it could help me, something so simple. I felt embarrassed, you know. There was a lot of embarrassment inside of me, and I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's just because it was new and different. But I'm talking about these things because if there's something in your mind that you've been needing to do, drinking more water is another one. You know, like, why is it such a struggle for me to remember to drink water? But listening to my body and actually getting up to get water whenever I need it, that's the thing. It's the same with having to go to the bathroom, you know, getting myself up to do it, or stopping what I'm doing because I matter, you know. But these things are often simple and inexpensive. It costs me nothing to go out into my yard and dance. And it was something that was like pinging inside of me that I just wasn't listening to. Expressing myself is another one too. Whenever I came home from working, whenever I stopped working and was home all the time, a lot of my time is home alone. And like the first, 2 years of that, I sat literally in silence, like afraid to speak. Like I wanted to sing is what I wanted to do. But I don't know, I was like scared that somebody was gonna walk by and hear me, or like, I don't know. I have this fear that I'm gonna get sent to the loony bin. Who knows? Maybe it's real, maybe it's not, but it's not crazy to want to dance. It is crazy to think that you're crazy for wanting to dance, right? Like, what is this? But yeah, anyway, I was having a dance party this morning in my living room, and it dawned on me that like, it's like literally my favorite thing. Like, I love going out to dance with my good friend Lena once a month. It's been so good for my soul. I love going to the ecstatic dances. I love dancing in my yard alone. So I'm gonna be incorporating these little dance parties that I have and putting them into the subscription. I don't even know what to call it. The subscription on Facebook that I have. And that'll be part of it. You know, it's not gonna be all of it. But it's so healing and it's so much fun. And if you can just allow yourself to move however it is you want to move, and you take the judgment. So like, you can be in your bathroom or in your bedroom, you know, you can have people in there if you want to, but you don't have to. If it's better to do it alone, you know, to allow yourself to just be. But I'm really excited about that. I haven't recorded any yet, but I will be probably this evening. One of my favorite things to do is shadow dance. I love dancing with my shadow. Oh my gosh. If you have never done this, I'm telling you, it's like pure magic. But anyway, I just, like, the way to become a new you, if you want to be a new you, this is, you don't have to become a new you if you don't want to. If it's like whenever you're wanting to do something like dance, you know, because you've been like, for so long, you know, it takes a decision and then a little bit of bravery, and then you find out it's not so bad. Or you find out it's really terrible and you don't like it. Either which way, you learn something, and then you can make different choices or the same choice. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.